Good morning, world! Good morning, HPA fans. I am Spectre, and today I've got a very cool parcel. This is a big old parcel from MILSIG. MILSIG is a relatively new company to Nerf. They're actually a very well-established airsoft and paintball company. And it is with great pleasure that I get to show off being one of, not the first, but one of the first, to receive their new HPA blaster, the M79. This is exciting. I saw the product release for this months ago, and I knew when I saw it that I wanted one, but I didn't know when, and I'm really glad that, I reached out and got onto them and managed to, organize a deal with them to get one of these, because this is really cool. And I've got to admit, this isn't a proper official unboxing. Like, I've already cracked this open, I've already had a play around with it, but for the purposes of the video, I put everything back in as close to as accurate as what someone that is receiving it will get. So this is the official boxing, and let's crack it open and find out, because I'm sure you're just as excited to see what's on the other side of this as I was when I got it. So this is a big old sleeve. Let's get the sleeve out of the way. As you can see, it's quite a long box. Now, not everything in this box is what you're going to receive if you order just the base blaster. I will show what is accessories and what is not accessories, but I ordered a bunch of extra stuff so that I could show it all off at once. This is the M79 in as much glory as I would make use of. There's a couple of extra accessories I didn't show off or didn't buy because functionally they're going to achieve the same thing, but for the purposes of the review that will come in a separate video, let's get down to business. First up, we have a piece of cardboard. Just kidding. Okay, so this is the box. This is full of goodies from the get-go. So you have an instruction manual. Make sure you read this. This is important. There's bits in here that even I didn't think about the first time I put this together. Being the enthusiastic kid that I was, I put this together without reading it, and there's a few things that you do need to do, so I thoroughly recommend you read this front to back. There's not many pages, but it is all relevant, important information. Now, before we get into any of the accessories, this is the M79 body. This is what starts off with. This is what you receive. It's so simple, so functional. So, do we want to work front to back or back to front? Let's start with the actual blaster itself. So, with the base model blaster, you receive the version CQB handguard, and you receive a threaded barrel with an integral scar. So I'll put these on in a second, and then I'll talk about the accessories. You can also purchase, at the same time, you can purchase a Magic Core. This is MILSIG's own brand of HPA tank. It's a 13 cubic inch, 3000 PSI tank. It has an output of 800 PSI. You do not have to purchase this. Any other 13 cubic inch, 3000 PSI tank will do with an output of 800 PSI. But if you want to use MILSIG's brand stuff with MILSIG's stuff, you can. And this comes as well. All the details for all of these will be in the description, as well as through various pages such as myself and MILSIG's page, as well as any other YouTubers that deign to actually review this and cover it in depth. Additionally to the bottle, you do receive a stock. When you buy the base blaster, you receive, a stock. So these come disassembled, but I've assembled them because I was already using this. So there's your bottle. We'll put it all together in a second. Now let's get on to the accessories before this rain drowns me out. So, a non-blaster specific accessory is the Talon coupler that they receive. The MILSIG M79 only takes Talons in its stock form. You can print a different adapter for it if you so wish, but the stock blaster takes Talons, and this is a Talon double mag coupler for fast mag changes. Muzzles, threaded muzzles. You can see one is included in the base blaster. Now there's also a variety of barrels to order. You can order an extended handguard as well. So this is my preference of handguard. I'm going to put this on later, but I'll deal with just the stock stuff for now so you can see what it looks like all assembled. So extended handguard, a 40 centimeter precise barrel and a 30 centimeter precise barrel. These are different to this kind of barrel as they do not have an integral scar. And there's also a 50 centimeter version for the extended handguard, which also has an integral scar. Now, these two have a wider bore to accept fatter darts more nicely, while these ones have a bore very similar to the Worker and Jet and Monkey Mods barrels of 13 millimeters. So, let's put this blaster together just to show what it looks like. So, I'm going to start with the tank. Screw the tank in. This is probably the easiest part of the whole setup, and I'm still butchering it. There we go. As soon as that thread starts, you're good to go. Screw it on. You can use the 3 screws on the Magic Core's silver collar to adjust where the gauge and the fill adapter sit. So that's now set like that. Let's pull the stock out and put the stock on. Now this pin is very strong, but it's also the important one for all this. For the blaster to go together as cleanly as possible, you line it up, throw it on, pull the pin out as hard as you can, and then slide the stock the rest of the way. You'll hear a click, and then it's located. You also receive some silicone oil and some spare string, and you receive some Allen keys. So these Allen keys will be to help assemble your blaster. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start by putting the barrel on, threading the barrel on, and then I'm going to put the handguard on. It doesn't really matter what order it goes in. There's enough clearance on both ways for you to assemble it however you want. Push it in, push hard, and then just thread. Okay. Please excuse the slight noise disruption. I'm just going to thread that on. And just keep threading until it actually bottoms out. It'll bottom out on an O-ring, so it'll be nice and secure, and it will seal really well. Yep, nice and secure like that. Now, crack open the handguard. Throw it on. Now, this is important, it only goes one way. Picatinny on top goes with Picatinny on top. There's 2 locating lugs to help make sure it goes in the correct orientation. I'm going to flip this over for a moment, just so that I can get at the Allen keys. So the smaller of the 2 Allen keys is the fastening screw for these. Just throw it on. Yep. And then there's 2 grub screws in the top here on either side to also help locate it. 1, 2. Ta-da! And your MILSIG is essentially ready to go. So, before you get started, you will need a Talon mag. You will need to turn your bottle on, and then you can turn your safety on, and you can go. You'll be able to pull the trigger and fire away at your heart's content. However, I'm saving that for another video. Stay tuned. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you.